P2B supporters and others calling for coup in Nigeria are naive, gullible, ignorant. Fani Kaide speaks. Welcome to the news, and please subscribe to our channel to get notified when we post hot juicy news updates. Please click on the notification bell. The former director of Special Media Project Operation at New Media for Tinubu Ç0UP Presidential Campaign Organization, Fani Kayode, has said that the supporters of P2B and who are popularly known as obedient and youth informally regarded as members of the Gen Z generation who are calling for the military takeover of power in Nigeria are naive, gullible, ignorant, and irresponsible. Fani Kayode said this on Monday, a few days after the judgment of the Presidential Election Petition Court affirmed the election of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The People's Democratic Party and the Labour Party are their candidates, Atiku Abubakar and the People and Peter Obi, respectively, have rejected the judgment of the tribunal. Fani Kayode, a former aviation minister, said obedience and young people on social media, most of whom, according to him, are millennials, are busy fantasizing and toying with the idea of a military coup in the country and indulging in illusions because they do not know anything about the frightful dangers of military rule or the vicious, oppressive, draconian, repressive, reactionary, bloodthirsty, and inherently accountable and unjust nature of military events. He further said that they were born when the June 12 struggle took place in 1993 and they know nothing about the series of bloody military interventions and coup that took place from Major Cardinal Zego's January 15, 1966 mutiny with all its attendants bloodshed, right up until 1999 when General Abdul Salami Abubakar finally relinquished power and handed it over to the democratically elected government of President Olusegun Obasanjo. However, on coup currently being experienced in some Western Central African countries, including the most recent ones of the Republic of Niger and Gabon, Fani Kayode said that African leaders who take pleasure in rigging elections, tormenting and crushing the citizens, imposing corrupt officials, persecuting and incarcerating members of the opposition, make military take over power, rebellion, and insurrection inevitable in their home countries. He quoted a former U.S. President, John F. Kennedy, as saying, "Those who make peaceful revolution impossible will make violent revolution inevitable," and the Mexican revolutionary hero, Emiliano Zapata, as saying, "If there is no justice for the people, let there be no peace for government." Alright, according to him, this sentiment is what it is playing out in the hearts and minds of most Africans today. He added that if people do not stand up, resist, fight back, and breed of natural troubles, one confronted with wickedness, injustice, and tyranny, they cannot expect to ever enjoy their God-given right of freedom. No, nor will they ever witness emancipation from subjugation and oppression. He said, simply put, no matter who your senior military officers are, whether old or new, or no matter how many times you sink, retire, redeploy, or change them, when you are an illegitimate, depraved, and evil leader who crushes, murders, persecutes, and incarcerated members of the opposition, and who rigs election, refuses to leave power, torments the people, and imposes a corrupt, bloody test and bloodlusting dictatorship and the reign of barbarism and tyranny on this level, cause mutiny, rebellion, revolution, and insurrection becoming ineligible, it is only a question of time. The great Mexican revolutionary and courage hero Emiliano Zapata said, "If there is no justice of the people." Alright, the great Mexican revolutionary and courageous hero Emiliano Zapata said, "If there is no justice for the people, let there be no peace for the government." The statement is what we are playing out in the hands of mind of Africans today. No justice for the people and peace for the government. I did tell you. According to him, this sentiment is what is playing out in the hearts and minds of most Africans today. He added that if people do not stand up, resist, fight back and breed unnatural troubles when confronted with wickedness, injustice, and tyranny. They cannot expect to ever enjoy their God-given right of freedom, nor will they ever witness emancipation and subjugation and oppression. He said, simply put, no matter who your senior military commanders are, whether the old or the old one, no matter how many times you are sacked rather, retire, redeploy, or change them. When you are an illegitimate, depraved, and evil leader who crushes, murders, persecutes, and incarcerates members of the opposition, and who rigs election, refuses to leave power, torments the people, and imposes a corrupt, bloodthirsty, and bloodlusting dictatorship and the dynasty of barbarism and tyranny on his nation, coup, mutiny, rebellion, revolution, and insurrection become inevitable. It is only a question of time. The great medical revolutionary and courageous hero Emiliano Zapata said, if there is no justice for the people, let there be no peace for the government. This sentiment is what we see playing out in the hearts and mind of most Africans today. No justice for the people and no peace for the government. Okay, FFK don't start with plenty English. Now they are coming out. The team where I see the theme of the news is P2B supporters and others are calling for coup in Nigeria. They are naive, gullible, and ignorant. This is what, and I'm saying, truly, those who are calling for war, calling for coup, calling for go do our own back, sincerely, those people, I don't know what to say about them. Don't know what to say about them. Had it been that these people as witness, if you don't stay where people will be say don't they witness coup, witness war, they talk, they're always different. Because they know the consequences of it. That will not be food. They know how tough it can actually be.